So good morning everybody, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I hope you are all well. And I'm shuffling the cards and then the cards are really in my hand right now. I've got two or three things to say you this morning, so I hope you are well. And today is Friday, the first Friday of March 2022. And let's do 5 cards, okay? It's 5 today. It's not a personal reading, but for something for general consciousness for all of us, really. So if you have a question, think about your question and choose one number, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, wow, the cards are coming out of my hand right now. So let's see. Number 1, if I'm choosing number 1, actually I have to go for the top card here. And then what Spirit says for number 1, if you are choosing number 1, that you need to put yourself to the front of the queue. And I know that a few days ago we had number 1 and that was a slightly different, similar but slightly different message. But then today if you are choosing number 1, Spirit is saying that don't hesitate and then just don't, just go this way and that way and allow the people to queue up in front of you. But you need to put yourself on top of the list and at the front, in the front of the queue. Because if you are doing it now, you will not regret it, okay? And then I feel that if you are choosing number 1, if it resonates with you, then that also has the sensation of opening the new chapter in a book, turning the page, new chapter for the book. So don't hesitate. That is your message for number 1. And your card is Queen of Pentacles. And let's see where I'm going with the card here. Queen of Pentacles, if you see it. So number 1, Queen of Pentacles. At the same time also noticing what is around you. And then, we tend to just focus on one thing and then there focus. But what Spirit says that you notice what you have around you. And you might take a little hint from the ideas around you. Okay, so that is for number 1. It's quite interesting how this is talking to me right now, but here we go. Okay, so that's number 1. Okay, let's see what we have for number 2. Now, number 2, if you're choosing number 2, your job right now is not stop dreaming, but you have been spending time on your dreams and ideas and ideal things and thinking about what could be the ideal to you, and then the ideas, okay, waiting for the ideas as well. So it's pretty much up there, okay? And what Spirit says that okay, for you, what you need to do if you are choosing number 2, get a pen and then start either writing or drawing things down, because that energy, when you put a pen on the paper, will help you to ground and start bringing down, manifesting, putting things on paper in front of you objectively, one of your ideas. So as if you are, how I see it is, you put a pen on the paper and it in itself starts creating something in front of you. And notice the patterns. And then also, sometimes you need to look at things from a different angle. So you might turn the page to the side and then see what is happening there as well. And then you also need to have, what Spirit is showing me, that have a final listening to the guidance, what you are receiving from above. Okay, because we are asking the question, but sometimes we have this stubbornness that we want to do it on our way, and then we are in that zone. But we need to acknowledge more of the guidance what we are receiving from the higher realms. Okay, so that's for number 2. Let's see what we have here as a card for that one. This one wants to come out. 3 of Swords. So if you are feeling let down a little bit, focus. So we can focus really on the matter in front of us and what is happening, but look behind, because my focus is on the clouds, and then that has duality, the darkness and the light, and it's really up to you which way you are choosing. Okay, so where I put my focus when I'm experiencing pain, whether I'm focusing on the darkness or the light. Okay, what is on the horizon there. Okay, so here we go. That's for number 2. Okay, let's see what we have for number 3. For number 3, I'm feeling you calculation. I'm writing down the numbers, I'm planning, and you are actually quite opposite to number 2, because you are very much down the earth. You are putting things in writing or putting things down, or your planning is happening in front of you. You are writing things down, and I'm seeing the numbers. And what Spirit says that for you, make sure that you are not spending too much in your head thinking about it, So we might feel that, yes, today is Friday, you might feel that, you know what, I have done the planning, I'm feeling a little bit stuck with things, put it aside for a little bit, a couple of hours, or maybe for a day or two, and then go back to it, and you will see a different energy, you will feel a different energy about things. Not everything happens at the same time, not you can't really we can't really have everything at the same time, have an idea, plan it out, and bring it forward in action. Okay, so that is for number 3. Also getting out for nature. Okay, getting out to nature, and then see what is, what that energy is about. It feels like if you have not been out in nature and having those quiet talks and quiet talks to nature, quiet walks in nature. Okay, so that's for number 3. Let's see. And the card I have for you here is 5 of Wands. Funny, I said about I just mentioned the nature element out there. Let things start flowing, because my attention is on the 2 little, everything is happening at the bottom of the valley here. And then if we did not have the people here, we would have the energy flowing, the river flowing, the energy coming down, cascading, So your conversation is about, yes, we can have that mental block and internal, what is happening, but then put that aside and imagine, just like here, how the water, little river would come forward, and then just creating that space. So let it flow. That's your message for number 3. Okay, let's see what we have for number 4. Number 4, I'm feeling skipping, I'm feeling playful, I'm feeling wanting to try this and wanting to try that, and in a way that as if I have not really decided what is really important for me. And what is really important for me, a card is coming out of my hand here, so it's good we got a card. But what Spirit says, if you are choosing number 4, to maybe ground yourself and have some thinking. It's not that I'm in with my ideas or with my actions, but it feels like that I am just going along in life, what life is showing me right now. And I'm feeling quite playful, not really planning much, but then what Spirit says that you could turn your hours even more, working for you. You can have the time working for you in a much better way, so you might want to sort of take that in, not make it any, right or wrong, but then what is my life about? Okay, so if you're choosing number 4, maybe, pause, reflect, and just ponder about this, going a little bit deeper for you maybe. Wow, I tell you what, you got the same card, because as I was shuffling the cards, put the card back, and then you got the same card as the other one, as number 3. So that is happening. That is for number 4 as well. Oh my goodness, it never happened. Never ever happened, this one. Come out of your hide as well, because with you, if you are choosing number 4, my focus is at the bottom. Can you see the grass? And then I could be hiding. It could be easy to hide behind that. So it's not necessarily taking part in the main scene over there, or doing anything, or looking up, being very spiritual, but then maybe choosing to hide a little bit. So what Spirit says, can you see? What Spirit says, come out of your hide. Okay, so that's for number 4. This is actually pretty interesting, because honestly I shuffled the cards and then the same card got out of the pack. So here we go. Okay, number 5. Number 5 for you today, I'm feeling reflective, wisdom, depth, patience. And then it's one of the, like you would see in grandfathers, just taking in everything, what is happening, or how the family is turning out, and being this quiet, joyful, graceful space. So that is for number 5. So then let's see what else we can do with number 5, apart from just taking in what is in front of us. In fact, that's an important thing, because if you're choosing number 5, I feel today is Friday, is a good day for you to reflect what has happened this week and what you have accomplished. And then you know that very well, not to make yourself wrong for not having accomplished or achieved or taken action about certain things. And then if you're choosing number 5, I'm feeling quite complete. How the week, how that phase makes itself completed. But what Spirit says that you have the mind of immediately thinking of next thing, what you are going to do next, and just give yourself a little peaceful time just for yourself, a me time. You know, if you are number 5, you might be a person giving quite a lot of your time and energy and thought and love, heart energy to the people around you. You know, like a community. And then I know the sensation with number 5 is that you are able to bring communities together, and then also knowing whether that community would be able to achieve something. So can go this way and that way. I can go back to number 1 and I can go up to number 10 if I'm not a number 5. Definitely a leader, a solo person, but being humble about it. Okay, so let's see what we have for number 5 here. Number 5, let's see if you are going to have a different card with this one. I will be spooky to have the same. You know, I'm going for the bottom. I need it to knowledge. And I have the magician. Oh my goodness, it's absolutely beautiful. Number 5, we got the magician, and my attention is immediately going to the hands, and you are a healer. You know, you have done your job, you have done quite a lot of work within yourself and on yourself, and then you are turning it into something greater. So you have been doing the healing, you continue to do that, it's never stopping, and then you are expanding it, and giving it away, and also empowering and encouraging others to do the same. Absolutely beautiful. So that's number 5. Okay, number 5. And then the card I am using here is the Gilded Tarot Royale cards here. Okay, so that's one thing I wanted to tell you. Okay, one thing I wanted to tell you. But interestingly, this morning, early morning, first thing in the morning, I've got a lot of cards. I'm keeping them over there in a little beautiful box. And as I'm just passing by, my eyes set on one deck of cards which I have not used. I'm not really using this card here. But then for some reason I had to pick it up. And then, when the first thing in the morning when you wake up, it's still, we are in that zone. And it really made me think, how come I'm choosing this deck? So the deck I'm choosing, I was choosing with the healing cards by Caroline Myss and Peter Occhiogrosso, the artist. So this is a card. This is the deck, the box of the card. And I was curious, why is it that it's coming to me talking, healing cards? Absolutely beautiful cards. Let me just show you. Beautiful, beautiful cards like this one. Look at that. And then each card has something like this with a number, a short sentence, and then at the back there is something like this, absolutely beautiful, yummy thing, and it comes with an absolutely gorgeous little booklet written by Caroline Myss, So this card came to my hand, and as I was shuffling, one card came out, It's like, yes, you can have, not directly a question, I had a question directly, but then just, what is the energy around? And then wow, that really made me sit up, because the card I picked was, whatever is exposed to the light itself becomes light. Morning, guys, I can see you there. I can read your messages. So that is the card 15. Okay, so whatever is exposed to the light itself becomes light. So think about, what is your purpose in your life? What is your purpose today? And then at the back of the card, this is what you have. Okay, so take it in, meditate on this one. It's absolutely beautiful. Allow the healing power of this light to dissolve all that wounds, all that which wounds your spirit, and so restore your health. So we all have that duality, within ourselves and around us, and definitely most certainly around us in the big world, the lightness and the darkness. And as long as we keep the light going, we are creating something, and find that light, find that point of light within yourself, and see where can I have that torch, and then it's not necessarily just for yourself, but then for the others as well. And then afterwards, when I got this card, what came to me was that what is the one thing you find really challenging today? You find it really challenging generally, but then today you might grab it, So my invitation is, especially it's Friday now, we're getting to the end of the week, grab that one thing you really, postponed for a little while now, and then see what you can do with it, whether you can grab it, and just imagine how you are going to feel about this once you have maybe made a call, sent an email, looked up something, sent a letter, any of those things, Give yourself five minutes or half an hour to read something through you really did not want to look at or postpone or anything or anything. Okay, so something where you feel and whatever conversation you might have had about that thing, okay, but you were really postponing and procrastinating and any of those, So what is the one thing you can take on today which is going to make a big change, within your family, within your life, within your business, within whatever conversation you have, okay? So whatever is exposed to the light itself becomes light. So when you put the torch, when you put the light into that, when you put the intention and the focus and then a high frequency and then a curiosity and the excitement and the joy and gravity is different, it's taking it differently, it will become light, and you will see that once you have done it, we might discover, because I'm going to do the same, we will discover that actually that frequency, the higher frequency is already within that thing, okay? So invoke, at the end, the back it says, invoke divine light and shine within you and reach into your shadow areas. Maybe, you can, don't spend too much time on meditating, why am I doing this, or why haven't I done it, So that's, you just notice it, have that awareness, acknowledge it, but otherwise, okay, put the light onto what is important and what your next step is. So here we go. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful cards. I think I'm going to use them, another time. Absolutely gorgeous. Really nice cards as well. So that's one thing. Okay, so one thing. The other thing is what is happening on the timeline tonight. We've got Stuart J. Legg doing the trance demonstration from 7:30 to 8:30 here in the UK time, 2:30 p.m. EST time, and 8:30 p.m. on the continent, people, and then Australian people, I think you might be busy sleeping or something around that time. Actually, I could have checked what your time is there. So that's happening. So that's an excellent opportunity for people to ask questions directly to White Eagle, So that is your time. And the other thing is I'm going to be in Mansfield, this one. Okay, Mansfield, the Mansfield Mind Body Spiritual on the 9th and then 10th of April. That is a 51st show, and that's going to be my second time. I was there last year. I had a lovely talk on Sunday, and then this time I'm also doing a Sunday talk, Journey of the Soul, there at 3 o'clock. So it's worth checking out. I know the tickets are already being sold. Last year it was sold out before we would have even started, the whole thing. So it's pretty cool. Okay, check out where you can take your code there. Okay, so that's Mansfield. I absolutely love the energy. I know I had to turn a few people away because I was so busy. So I'm going to be there on Saturday and Sunday doing my readings and having a talk on Sunday. A really interesting program, Look at that. This one. This one. And last page. Have a look at this one. And then this one. Okay, and it's going to be here. Alright, so there's Mansfield Mind Body Spiritual, second weekend of April, which is coming up in 5 weeks' time. And then also if you are around on the 19th of March here in Newark on Trent, I'm doing a workshop from 1:30 to 3:30 at the Tree Newark place, which is just on the garden, on the marketplace here. So it's going to be about psychic development and your intuition and possibly mediumship that comes in as well. So here we go. Thanks very much for being here. I hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to like it and share it and follow the page and invite other people. And see you a little bit later or tomorrow or the weekend. So thanks very much for being here. Thanks for your comments. Thank you for your comments here. And for tuning in. I know it's one of these odd times in the morning, but here we go, perfectly timed. So have a good day and see you next time. Lots of love. Bye.